Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Barrett looks to throw on first. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. For just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Off the play fake, Barrett. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Cannon. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cannon. And an alley to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. Have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barrett. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Leonard Williams able to get in there and drop him behind the line. To throw on third down. Barron. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Oh. A heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run. This is Cannon. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on second down, here's Webb. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
A play fake. Now Webb. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hurry up, here we go. Boo, landed.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession.
Lucky 56.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Webb now. Going deep now for Herndon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round!
To throw again. Barrett. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down. Barrett, he's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Avery Williamson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
He's checking! Crash! Check three! Flex round!
From the shotgun, here's Barrett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Trenton Cannon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On second down, here's Yeldon. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Barrett to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Webb. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And he puts it through. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Barrett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. To throw on 2nd down, Webb. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Webb. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. but it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful. You get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Barrett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Ohio! Ohio!
On 1st down, Barrett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's McCoy.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy as the first half is winding down. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead's down to 24. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go now.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd in just about a few inches here. Here's Webb. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a first down throw. Webb into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trent Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And New York set to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go again with Cannon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To throw, Webb. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Webb to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll run it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Trenton Cannon, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Back to throw Barrett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To throw is Barrett. Going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's got some space here. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon, 78 yards. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And here now the offense heading back out there. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! He's coming! We got double up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Barrett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off play action, it's Webb. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Gone! All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Now Webb. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd down. Webb got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Steven Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. And he's able to put it through. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it with McCoy. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Here's Barrett looking to throw. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Off the play fake. Webb eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cameron Meredith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will swell by one more. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And this is caught. I think you got that with one hand. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Sanders has it over the middle, and he's got this down to the 35. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Ohio. Ohio. Ohio.
Throwing again. Barrett. And Jones has it over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake, Barrett. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the gun, Barrett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. That'll bring up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Darren Lee able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Flex round! Flex round!
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a fourth down situation. Do you play analytics on this?
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Trent Murphy able to drop him for a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A play fake. Now Webb. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Off play action. Webb out to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And it's taken in at the 9. A big